Today we are at the 99s Museum of Women Pilots. This is going to be a unique experience because we don't often hear about women pilots and the contribution that women have made to flight. So let's go take a look. Let's see what's inside. I'm excited to show you what we find. Immediately upon entering, we find this picture of Amelia Earhart. And there's this plaque from 2012. Now, this kind of starts to set the tone for what we're going to find in this museum. This is the logo of the 99 Women's. And here is a picture of a luncheon from a very long time ago. There's a random display case kind of in the lobby area with these model airplanes. There's no notation to any references as to why these particular models are here. And then we move over to another display case and we find this write-up, trying to get you a better view here of it. And then this plaque, which is the Inspiration Award. And then we see these trophies for women in aviation history. And well, the dates stopped a long time ago. It's like every year they nominated somebody until they stopped. The trophy on the left, they only did 2 years. The trophy on the right, they only did 5 years, and then kind of quit awarding these awards. Here is a book. I believe it's by Amelia Earhart. Another book that's in the backside of a display case there, and a picture. Upon getting off the elevator into the second floor, we're greeted by another display case, and then a few more trophies, which trophies are great, but they're are no descriptions here or indications as to any of the relevance of these other than the fact that, yes, they are trophies. And then we have these random cardboard cutouts that you could put your head in and take a picture, but they're not necessarily women in flight. They're just random cardboard cutouts. Next, we run into this turned off flight simulator and a monitor that has an error message.
So apparently they have 2 flight simulators in here. Only one of them appears to be running. All right, a wall about women in space and women who have been in the International Space Station. And if we spin around on this wall, we see the 99's International Women Pilots from National Aeronautics and Space Administration and the crew of the Space Shuttle Atlantis STS-37. So there's a flight patch here. Ooh, another flight patch, and this one's from the Challenger. In '83. That one's from Discovery. Here we've got a wall dedicated to women in flight in the armed forces. And we see a mannequin wearing a flight uniform. This case appears to be dedicated to women in the United States Air Force history, the first ones to earn their wings. Here we have Patty Wagstaff, an aerobatic pilot. Here we have Julie Clark, another aerobatic pilot. She was a pilot for more than 45 years. Here's Jackie Warda, another aerobatic pilot. In 1987, she earned her private pilot certificate. She became the first woman to enter the air show business at the age of 50. She has over 3,200 flight hours and more than 1,100 coast-to-coast air show performances. Here we see a display case dedicated to Marion P. Jane, including some damaged parts. I wonder if this was during some kind of wreck. On the last leg of the 1992 Round the World Air Race, Nuuk, Greenland to Cannes, France, the propeller silver spinner on the right engine came off about 100 miles from the Cannes and took part of the greenish backplate with it. They made a hole in the windshield, dented the fuselage, and dinged the tail. Pilot Marion Jane and her co-pilot daughter Nancy Paluzzola were so tired it didn't even alarm them. The parts here are those that remained on the airplane. Marion and Nancy won 5 of 12 legs and placed second overall. Well, that's a little scary that their plane kind of fell apart as they were flying, but they still managed to fly safely.
So here's just a pan around looking at the second floor of the museum and the different displays that are here.
Quite a few empty display cases. Looks like they may have been empty for quite a while. This trophy is for Annette Gimpson Way for the 1934 air race. This is a display in the 1929 Women's Air Derby. It was Santa Monica, California to Cleveland, Ohio, August 18 to 26, 1929. Sadly, a frequent sign around here is "Sorry for the blank space," but this display case is undergoing a makeover. I guess they print a lot of these out. This mannequin is supposed to represent Harriet Quimby. Harriet Quimby was born in San Jose, California in 1875. At the age of 27, she took flying lessons at Alfred Monestot's Aviation School. In 1911, she earned her pilot's license. This made her the first licensed aviatrix in the United States.
Now panning around this little room, it's a back room kind of hidden in a corner. It's set up kind of like a pioneer schoolhouse type room. It doesn't really blend in with the rest of the museum. It's a little strange how it's set up.
So I guess that does it for us on this little tour of the 99's Women in Aviation Museum. Overall, I'm a little shocked that they charge $10 to enter this museum. A lot of the displays don't exist. And, well, there's just a few mannequins wearing a few different replicas is what most of this appears to be. Overall, it is interesting to learn about women in aviation history, but I'm not sure this one's worth the $10 entry fee.